Hey, what's up, Linda? Linda, what you cooking? What you cooking in the kitchen? As a matter of fact.
Hello, Linda. What's happening? What's happening? Thank you for tuning in, girl.
As a matter of fact, Linda, I'm going to put my apron on too, since we in the kitchen cooking.
Hope you had a good day today so far, Linda.
What's up, Helen on YouTube?
Helen, what's up? That was a good horse race, wasn't it, Helen? That race was a good one.
Man, I'm going to cook up something off of the same drums as we're waiting for more people to join us in the kitchen. How's it going, Lisa?
Sorry, still trying to share all these links. Let me get my housework done first. I'll be right there.
Oh yeah, that's the manager has a lot of things to do that people in the front and the guests don't really get to see, but they're always working, doing all the stuff behind the scenes and in front of the scenes too. So that's and Helen on Facebook too. What's up?
Helen, hello.
What's up, Michael?
Michael says gumbo time. You got that right, man.
Carbonated notes.
Carbonated. We're just doing what we do on Tuesday night in the kitchen, man. We're just kind of like on some of them chef shows, you know. Lynette, what up? Kind of like on some of those cooking shows, man. They just tell them to go grab a whole bunch of stuff and take it back to their little station and start trying to figure out what they can do with it. So that's pretty much what we be doing on these Tuesday nights in the kitchen. And with you guys' help, makes it a lot easier, man, to go grab some ingredients and throw it in the pot or something, or in the skillet. Try to work some things out. So, as you know, our head chef, Dr. Lawrence Ross, he's in control. So he's continually cooking up something new and different all the time.
What's up, Lynette? Hey, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm amazed. Brian hates watching the cooking shows. I make him watch them from time to time.
I don't have much choice, so I know a little bit about it.
I watch them.
I know a little bit about it by default.
So it's like, here, go grab all your ingredients, make up a recipe, and have it done in 30 minutes. So here we are.
That's what we be doing.
Hey, you know what's cool? Speaking of us being chefs, this weekend we're going to be doing a private party for a special guest, and it's going to be just a couple and us, and also a world-renowned chef. Who's the chef? What show was he on again? Master Chef?
Chef Dino. Chef Dino was the winner of Master Chef Season 8.
So this weekend we're actually going to be doing a private event with Chef Dino.
That's going to be amazing, y'all. We excited about this.
And there's also a cool testimony behind how this all was set up too. Maybe, you know what? This is the best time to really talk about that, at least from my perspective. You know, if you're watching right now, for me, I thought at least most of the people watching either happened to see our video online sometime and started watching, or they know us in person and we recommended it to them, or if the show was recommended to them from someone else. But as far as like the radio airplay and some of the other streaming platforms, it really hasn't crossed my mind at who listens to us on those platforms. And our single Steppin' Sauce, there's a lady who heard that song on, whatever streaming platform it was, and just loved the song without even knowing who we were. She hadn't seen us on one of our Sunday shows or any of our live streams. She just heard the song and liked it, so that was pretty cool. And that is kind of what led to us hooking up with Chef Dino.
And one thing to add to that, we did an interview that goes, a national wide interview that goes along with that song. And so not only did she see the song, but she saw the interview as well. And she was like, man, and she lives in Florida. She lives down in Florida. She has people out here in Arizona, which is why we got this opportunity. But it was really great that somebody way down in Florida just one day happened to be doing what they do and happened to come across our song and our little thing that we did to go along with it. And she said, you guys are just so awesome. And so now she says she's listening to us all the time, but she also hired us to do this special event like Lawrence is talking about for her parents. It's at a private setting, and we get to work with this chef. What is it? Dino.
Like Dino, like
yeah,
the dinosaur
Chef Dino. If he's won that thing, man, if he won the whole thing, he's a bad boy and he's way up there. And so we're just looking forward to having an opportunity to do what we do and show him what we're capable of as well. Y'all know what I'm saying? He might tell us, you guys just go ahead and cook up something just straight off the cuff. And Lawrence will probably start doing something like what he's doing right now. Kimberly Smith, hello. Yeah, I know. We need this music, Kimberly, just to kind of take us away for just a little bit, you know?
Just cooking up something real quick. And definitely, we want to definitely send out prayers to everybody in LA, and I don't even know what to say, really. What's up, Bonnie?
our goal here is definitely to try to get people away from the stuff that's going on, like in LA, for just a few minutes, because it's unfortunately it's a scary thing, because it looks like it's the beginning of some really bad stuff. So, you know, ain't nobody safe right now. Y'all know what I'm saying. So let's just take time to breathe and cook up something nice on these Tuesday nights whenever we can get a chance to get away together in Flavorland, because this is very, very unrehearsed, raw to the bone. We don't know what we're doing, but we will be going to another little segment here in a little bit. We did lose another music icon just recently, so we'll be talking about that here in just a couple minutes.
Hey, what's up, Joel? And Nicholas Bronson says, hey, Uncle, over on YouTube.
What's up? What's up, Nicholas?
Hey, Jack and Cynthia. Who else someone else just tuned in too.
Brian, Bonnie says she's eating sushi. I didn't know your sis ate sushi.
Oh, they got sushi out there?
Girl, I didn't know you was into that.
What kind of sushi is that?
I personally like sushi, but
I like sushi too.
I can't get Brian to eat it.
Bad boy's got to be fried for me.
They have temper. You can get some cooked ones too. It's pretty good.
Yeah, for Brian, it's got to be, battered and fried.
What's up, Luvania?
We got another special guest up here, but right up here, walking around. Maybe we'll get him on the show here in a little while.
Hey, Kimberly. Yes, I see that. Y'all are about an hour. Hey, Bonnie Chapman, Nulik.
Hey.
My sister-in-law is out there in the area too, and we're
Bonnie Chapman, Nulik. Bonnie, how you doing, girl? That's one of my schoolmates. Back in 1970, we graduated.
You're giving away your age, Brian.
Oh, it's all good. That's the theme.
That's all right. We still here, right, Bonnie?
We're talking about way back. Looks like we have some people on. What's up, Lynette? Let's move on into this next segment. Especially today we had some news. How's it going, Linda? We had some news. Sly from the famous Sly and the Family Stone passed away, and we definitely want to do a few songs and talk about this musical icon.
Man, Sly meant a lot to a lot of us, man. He got a lot of us through some things in life back during that period of time. So we'll definitely try to do 2 or 3 things as his, and we'll try to get you guys involved in some discussion tonight about Sly. He was a mega star, man. He was a music icon. So we got some questions to ask you as we get into the evening, and let's just everybody pitch in and kind of comment and put your viewpoint out there.
And then after that, if you guys want, and if it's flowing well, there is a topic. If you've heard of you guys have heard of AI, right? Artificial intelligence, and it's advancing in all of our technologies. And one of the latest news is there's a famous producer who is signing something called an AI artist, an AI singer. And I know that sounds crazy, so we may talk about that after this next segment. That's if you guys are up to it. But let's get into some Sly. And I'm going to start with...
Somebody told me to try California roll. Okay.
Yeah, because the California roll is not raw.
That's
so
right.
It's just,
well, there's no meat in it, so it's just, avocado and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I might like that.
Let's try this Sly and the Family song. And I'm going to have... maybe you guys will kind of catch on what we're doing, and then I'm going to have Brian come in and sing the main part of the song and see if you guys catch on. And I'll join in with them too.
gonna take you higher. I'm gonna take you higher. I'm baby, take you higher. I'm gonna take you higher. Woo!
All right, yeah. Who knows about that one right there? Come on, Brian.
I know y'all all know that one, man. That was one of them bad boys he came out with that just had people jamming. I rode down the street there many a time listening to that one, boy. Wanna take you higher. I wanna take you higher. You know, like we said, man, we're doing some of this stuff just to kind of show a little bit of respect, man. We don't know any of these songs, man. We haven't played them or prepared them, but we can kind of pick around at some of them just to show respect to the man.
I got a challenge for our Kansas natives. Name the beloved Wichita vocalist who performed with Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah, that's cool. 7 Degrees of Sly.
Yeah.
For Brian. And Lisa, really.
Yep, Brian played with him.
Oh, yeah. Somebody got to know this one. Tribute to Sly and the Family Stone, y'all. Another Sly, y'all. Another one of them tunes that I know that most of us growing up had an opportunity to jam to. And you know, all we can hope in life is, y'all, somebody will, when it's our time to go, that somebody will celebrate us the same way. We all got to get up out of here sometime, some way. So, you know, all you can do is try to live your life to where somebody want to say, hey, man, that brother was okay. He did what he could. You know, he did what he could. He did his thing. He did what God gave him the talent to do. So, yeah, we're just trying to celebrate Sly a little bit, man, because he was awesome for a lot of us. Got us through a lot of stuff.
Still waiting for some Kansas natives to name who it was. Mr. Love.
How many of you out there have ever heard of another artist from Kansas? That's who she's talking about. His name was Rudy Love. I don't know how many of you know of him. Rudy Love, but that man could sing now. That brother was cold, and he did do some touring with Sly and the Family Stone, and luckily I got an opportunity to do some work with Rudy. So I was pretty close in there and got to hear a lot of the stories about what they did. Can't tell y'all about some of it though.
I think there's a Netflix documentary about Rudy.
Also, how many of you, that was mentioned today on TV when they were talking about Sly? They were another thing that he was well known for, not only for his music. Obviously, his music was the big thing, but he was also known for something else. Does anybody happen to know what that was? He was known for something else. I don't want to give it away, but let me put it like this: any of you that I know it's one thing to hear him, and it's another thing to see him perform. That's even more better. So how many of y'all know there's one other thing he was well known for other than just his music? I'll give y'all a few seconds to come up with that. All right, so that other thing that he was known for that they were talking about on the news today when they were talking about him was what he wore, his attire, his stage presence, the outfits that he wore You know, he was wild, man. He had some very, very cool, wild outfits. And so that's another thing that people know about him. And that's another reason why they love to go see him perform. Not only was his music cold, but that brother was wearing some outfits, man, that was just blowing people away.
Is that when the word fly came around? Like, he was fly.
It could have. It could have come.
Sly was fly.
So any of you guys out there that might have anything to say that, you know, to where where Sly has something to do with impressing you in some kind of way or anything, go ahead and make some comments about it. What does Sly and the Family Stone music mean to you? Make some comments about that. Where was you at? How old were you? What city was you living in when you was out there jamming the Sly and the Family Stone? You know, let's just talk about it for a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna do one more Sly song real quick.
Joel said he's feeling this vibe, man. Thank you, Joel. The first family band he started. Okay, that's cool. Michael Perkins come up with that one. That's good information, man. This is something where everybody can learn something this evening.
And that's a good point, because I think that's what Rudy Love was trying to mimic. Rudy witnessed the Sly Family Band, and he was trying to do the same thing with the Love family.
Randy put a bunch of songs on there.
All right, I'm gonna do this particular song. A lot of people have done a remix of it, and there's a famous hip hop kind of version, but we're gonna do our own version of this Sly song.
Chef Lawrence is working it, y'all. And I'll tell you something else I learned on the news today while they were talking about Sly. I'm going to throw this question out there to you. How many of you know how many different instruments Sly played? Do y'all know how many instruments? Do you know what his main instrument was? Go ahead and put that in the comments if you know. How many instruments did Sly play? And what was his main instrument that he played? Yeah, man, that brother could dress. That brother could dress now. My sister, boy, she remembers back in the day when I was young, my dad used to let us practice. We tried to get all us little young jokers together, man. And he'd let us practice in the garage, and the neighbors would come sit around outside and listen to us practice. That was back in the day, boy. Anybody take any guess at how many instruments Sly plays or what was his main instrument? I don't think I've seen anything yet.
I think Bonnie said 12. I don't know if she's talking about the age or the number. Oh. I was going to say Lawrence may have put baking soda instead of baking powder in there.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all what I was able to learn today when they were talking about him. His main instrument was the organ, okay? He could work it. That was his main instrument. But they say he also knew how to play the drums. Let's see, the drums, the guitar, harmonica. And maybe that was it. But that's what I heard today, man. So all that stuff was kind of interesting. Okay. I'm trying to see if anybody else was. Oh, Gregory. What's up, Gregory? Did you go on a trip, man? Where you been? Looked like you was up. I had to go on a cruise the other day.
What's going on YouTube? The brother of Awe and Applebox. What's up? Yeah. Hey, did you want to try to do anything else with Sly?
That's good.
Okay. Well, I have a question, and I was talking about it earlier about AI artists, and I was just sitting here wondering what Sly would think about that.
Hold on. One thing before he goes on, Denise said he played trumpet, harmonica, keyboards, and bass guitar. Thank you, Denise.
Probably more than that too, man. Yep. There's a famous producer who is signing what he's calling an AI artist, automated, or what does AI stand for, Lisa, again?
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, artificial intelligence artist. And basically, the technology has gotten to the point where there's some programs that we can use, and you basically tell it what to do, and it'll create it, whether it can create a song or a video, and it has its limitations, but that's kind of where we're headed. And some of you may even have, there's an app called Gemini on your phone, and instead of just typing into Google, you're just talking to your phone, kind of like Siri or Google, and it talks back to you, kind of like a conversation. And with the certain music program out there, you can do the same thing, and it'll respond with audio file, whether it's a song, somebody singing. And so there's this a producer who's going to be, I guess, creating a brand for an artificially generated singer and performer. What you think about that, Brian? Lisa?
See, I'm old. All this
I
new
have
stuff,
opinions.
man.
I have opinions.
All this new stuff, I don't know about it, man. I'm going to have to do a little bit of studying and a little bit of thinking it through, because it sounds a little bit jacked up to me.
I have opinion. Coming from the tech industry, I'm in the tech industry, like there's a huge push for AI. And, I'm not against moving forward technology, because technology always moves forward, and you can't fight it just because it's going to replace human workers, because things like, even Henry Ford doing the factory. Anyway, I am not against moving forward technology, but what I'm seeing is that there's a little bit of a gap. Like, there's a rush. So I've watched lots of training, lots of videos, and AI has been a thing since the 50s. And they call, like, the AI winters, when there's a push for a little bit and they realize they hit a limitation, and they call that an AI winter. And then, so sometimes it's like the technology, like the hardware isn't strong enough to support the needs of the actual AI. And so you hit an AI winter because the technology got there, but there's just not enough hardware. Anyway, so now we're into this new AI era. And Lawrence, I'm sorry, I've probably got too far into it than what you're trying to get into, but I am definitely facing that in my job today. Like, I'm a data engineer, and we're leadership is like telling us find a way to use AI. So yeah, it's out there, and we've all seen the deep fakes videos. The fingers aren't right. The eyes aren't right. You can't trust any videos you see on Facebook anymore, because
it's crazy out there.
Yeah. So, like, okay, you can't trust a video you see on Facebook, but you want me to use this technology in patient information.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's where I'm at.
I see that too. Well, I kind of wanted to do an AI experiment. I didn't tell Brian about this. It's kind of what we already do. One of the things, my wife, she has a second part-time job that she'll do sometimes, where they pay her to train the AI, which is what she does is they just give her a bunch of scenarios, whether it's questions that somebody may ask, or just opinions about what she sees in a picture or a video. And what they do is they compile a huge list, or the idea is that they compile a huge list of responses for various situations from real people, and they take that, all of the information, and
It's called language modeling.
Language modeling, yeah. And even in music, what they do is they'll train people on, the language of music, and she may have to ask, what do you consider this song, or there's lots of different things. And so tonight I want to kind of replicate that in creating another song. And all that is just compiling your guys' input in the comments, and creating that. And if we were to do this thousands and thousands of times, we would have enough information to create our own flavor AI kind of platform.
Okay, I have to tell you, this is not like brand new to the music industry, because there was a time when they would play a song through an algorithm, and there was a expectation of whether that would be a successful song or not.
Oh yeah.
So this is not brand new.
Oh no, it's not new. No, but the idea of having an AI artist as without an actual person.
Yeah, so that's different, because you got
yeah.
an artist creating versus a
and
intelligence listening.
Yeah, and part of what makes an artist is they compile all the information that they've gathered over the years, and it goes into that. Like you said, the information from what makes a hit song and that algorithm and all that is crazy. But we're going to do an experiment. It's not really, it's just for fun and making something. So what I'm going to do right now is what we did a few weeks ago is I want you guys to choose just type in the comments any letter between A and G, and I'm going to see which one that you guys choose the most, and we're going to build something around that. And I will start a drum track to just get it started.
See who's coming up with the first letters.
I'm afraid we may have overwhelmed some folks.
I'm afraid so too.
Are you guys overwhelmed?
Anybody still there?
So far we have C.
All right, Linda Blaylock, C. Kimberly put in an E. Let's get it going. C, E.
All right, C and E it is.
There's
C,
a B.
B, and F.
Bonnie
All
put
right.
a B in there.
C, E, and B for Bonnie. We'll cut it off right there.
Okay, let's go. All right.
So here's E, C, and B. So we're gonna base it off of that.
While he's putting this together, I do want to put a shout out there to Greg. Tell Greg I want to hear about your Bahamas trip, man. We're going to have to get on the phone, man. It sounds like that was a great trip. By the way, Grego, I'm trying to be back there toward the end of July for my birthday, man. So I know we're going to have to get together then for sure. This is behind the scenes work, y'all. This is where the chef is just experimenting. Y'all gave him 3 notes and he's gonna try to make a meal out of it. Oh yeah, the chef is starting to add some more ingredients, y'all. I just threw a few potatoes off in the mix. Just a few potatoes, man, that's all. All right, y'all, we appreciate you. This is another one of them Tuesdays that's just loosey-goosey. We just hear, like someone said earlier, a little bit of a distraction from the mess that's going on out there in the world, man, because I don't even want to get started on it, y'all. Y'all know where we at. Y'all know what's happening. Everybody see it. But I'm going to tell you something. Let's keep doing these Tuesdays if y'all want to. Y'all keep letting us know if these Tuesdays is working for you. When we come in here in the kitchen and just mess around and do what we do and try to put some ingredients together and just try to make everybody smile for just a few minutes, y'all. Every Tuesday of every month. And don't forget this coming Sunday for the Sunday morning saxophone devotion will be Father's Day. That's going to be a Father's Day show, so y'all don't want to forget to tune in on this coming Sunday, 9 o'clock Arizona time, Sunday morning.
Hey, Linda. Linda said AI can't do anything with this, and I agree. That was kind of what I was hoping to get out of this. Is as long as we're able to perform and give ourselves, nothing can take that away. You know, I can't see how us just giving a live performance can be overtaken by AI. I can't see that. I
agree totally. And you know, when God is in the middle of something, He's the one to give us these talents that we have. He's the one to give us these gifts. Everybody has a gift that He's given them, and this so happens to be ours. And you know, when He's giving that to you, ain't nobody gonna take that, man. You may have to work your magic to keep on doing it and keep on keeping on, but it's yours because He gave it to you.
Kimberly's trying to slip a Thursday in there on you.
Hey, what's up, Ken? Over on YouTube. Yeah, let's bring it back in, Brian. So the three notes are the ones that Brian was playing. That E, C, B, E, C, and B.
B as in boy?
Yep. So E as in elephant, C as in cobweb, and B as in boy.
You should figure out words to go with those.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. Food words, actually. So E for...
That's E's a hard one.
There's
a hard one.
Eggplants, but I'd rather do a different one. There's another E. Eggs, I guess. Eggs, yeah. Eggs.
Eggs will work.
C for cauliflower. I don't know. What do you think?
Chorizo.
I like that. Cilantro. B for what? Bananas.
Bacon.
Bringing that bacon. I like that. Bacon.
Eggs
and bacon.
Eggs,
and croissant.
And bacon.
And burger.
Egg and bacon croissant.
Eggs, chorizo, and bacon. That's a great breakfast.
Yeah. E for everyone.
Hey, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in again for another Tuesday. We love you. And we just hope we're doing something that's positive for everybody. Don't forget it's this coming Sunday for the Father's Day show. This coming Sunday morning, 9 o'clock Arizona time. And then every Tuesday, don't forget the last Tuesday of the month, we'll be here with Dr. Rand Alexander. Yeah, we'll be in here doing the sexual experience on every last Tuesday of the month. So check these Tuesdays out, y'all. We love you. Bye. God bless. Bye-bye.